Hey everyone, welcome. Alright, we have another gameplay video we're going to be doing. It's Kinfire Delve. Much like Final Girl, I have not played this. As you can see, I have my little dice rolling section in here. So, yeah, there you go. So I can roll my dice here, and you can kind of see it. Yeah, you can see it. I did figure out what this is for. It's to help get the cards out of the fucking box. Because let me tell you something. Putting the cards in without this on top, nightmarish to get out of the box. So I've already done the preliminary setup, and I chose my Seeker. Of the two, I chose to go with Khor, this guy, for two reasons. One, the website describes him as a tank. And two, he has a moth. And I love moths. So yeah. So I followed the instructions. You can kind of see them here. To set up my play space, roughly equivalent. Although obviously we don't have player 2 on here. Completed challenges will go over here. The setup was pretty straightforward. The big thing is right here. It's kind of hard to see, but the number of Seekers dictate how big your starting hand is. So my starting hand is going to be 8 cards, which is right here. We are going to read a little bit of the welcome and our mission. So there's some little narrative bits in here I'm going to read, and then we'll get started. So welcome to the world of Atios. After thousands of years, the starless nights have returned. Wherever their darkness falls, landscapes are twisted beyond recognition, and entire cities are swallowed without a trace. Only the light of Kinfire can protect from the starless nights, and only the town of Dinlux is known to still possess a Kinfire lighthouse. From its city gates, members of the Seekers Guild, or here, venture out, wielding their Kinfire lanterns, which is my buddy, apparently, allowing them to journey outside the protected area without fear. Our mission with this. Guildmaster Lyra, the head of the Seekers Guild, addresses you before sending you on your mission. Since the Starless Nights have returned, other myths of old have reemerged as well. One of those legends is the Well of Atios. The wells are places where normal rules don't apply, where with reality itself warped by each well's master into a reflection of itself. Our mages have discovered that the wells of legend are real, and that they are steadily growing in power. If we don't regularly disperse their energies with the help of Kinfire lanterns, the masters will be unleashed upon the world to do as they please. Today, I'm sending you to the well known as Vainglory's Grotto. Here's Vainglory right here. The writings say that Vainglory is a playful and capricious being who treasures beauty above all else, but they warn that terrible dangers are often concealed behind this well's facade. Seek out victory and return safely. Now, one thing importantly is there are actually 3 versions of Vainglory in the box. You shuffle the 3 of them face down, and then you pick one at random. So I have no idea who I'm actually fighting of the 3 forms. I did, however, follow the instructions that specifically stated for your first game, you should have Crystal Caves, Great Stag, 3 Fountains, and Maze as your starting cards. Then we also apparently discard the top 3 of our well deck, which is this. Put them as like a discard pile right here. And then I'm going to go first. And that is basically it for setup. So, during a player's turn, we're going to select one of the well cards to interact with. There are 2 types of cards in the well. Deck, events and challenges. So I have all challenges. I have a trap, an obstacle, a puzzle, and a combat challenge. Events is when you choose to interact with an event card, simply read the instructions on the card and perform the events in order. Events only activate if somebody chooses it. So if I see an event, I have to pick it. Challenges, we attempt a challenge. After completing the action, if there are fewer than 4 well cards, draw and place face up until there are 4 cards. Once the board has been refilled... Okay, so every time I complete an action, if I remove something, then I have to replace it, and this keeps happening. Once the board has been refilled, your turn ends and play passes to the left, but I'm by myself, so that's how I just go until I stop. Continue play until Seekers win or lose. Now, importantly, this little D10, that's my hit points. I'm at 10. No matter how many players you have in this game, you start at 10 hit points for the entire group. Hard mode in this game is starting at 8. This is a standard D10, by the way, which, I mean, if you're going to use a D10 for health, why not make it a spin down? But I guess, you know, if I wanted to use a fancier D10, I have a whole ass dice box over here. I could get a new, like a fancier D10. I have a lot of them, but black and white's nice and easy to read. Alright, so I've got to pick a challenge. So let's look at my hand and kind of figure out what I'm looking at here. So I have a hand of 8. I have a Shard Whip, which is a green card. No, green on top there. I have Aftershock, which is green-red. I remember from my brief looking at this that color of card matters. I have Pierce Defenses. I have Flicker. Oh, cool. Oh, Flickers. That's normal. Okay. Because that's my lantern. So I got Flickers. I love Moth Buddy. I love moths. Moths are one of my favorite little insects. I love them. They are cute. We have Earth Blood Vial. Ignore any damage you suffer. Okay. Tireless, Fearless, and Taunt. And they all have flavor text on them, too. Like, Taunt here says, I may not remember my past, but I still know garbage when I see it. Look at this card. I love it. Oh, and the moth. The moth doing the me. Love it. Okay. So a challenge has a name, a type, which is, you know, combat, trap. Difficulty, the amount of progress that must be placed on the challenge in order to complete it. That is the big number in the corner. So this needs 6 points, 7 points, 11 points, and 7 points. The challenge is color. That's underneath that number. So this is green, red. I guess some challenges can be multicolored. The reward is number 4. The reward... Okay, so this is 2. I don't know what that means. 2 and 3. I don't know what that means. Is that like an item? I don't know. There's story text on some cards. Down here. Some of these, like, if completed, complete all other copies of the maze. Okay. Card abilities would be under story. None of these have story text. Actually, I take it back. Crystal Cave says inside these crystals is that Kinfire. So it's like italicized flavor text. Cool. So when you attempt a challenge on your turn, you were hoping to complete it by placing enough progress tokens on that challenge to meet or exceed its difficulty. Okay. Progress can be added as a result of played skill card, dice, and special effects. If you are successful in completing a challenge, you will receive the reward. If you attempt a challenge without completing it, you will fail that challenge and suffer the penalty. Okay. So, I can play any skill card as an action. I boost the action up to 2 times. I roll the dice. And then I either complete or fail. Okay, so skill cards. We're going to look at one here. We got the value. Determines how much progress it makes. That's the number. So this would be 3 green, for instance. This would be 3 green or red. This would be 4 blue. Okay, so that's how this works. Not sure what 6 is. Boost. Oh, okay. This can boost red or blue. Okay, so you play 1 card, and then you can spend cards for extra points. So like Pierce Defense... Excuse me, I had just eaten a little bit ago. So Pierce Defense would only add 1 if it's a boost, but it can be boosting red, but it can be played on blue for 4. So the maze could be eaten with the little dude. Okay. Card ability, special rules, like if I play Pierce Defenses, I don't get to roll. So I guess if I use Pierce Defense, I need to make sure that I am hitting 7, otherwise there's no point in using it as the main card. There's also story text, of course, and color. When attempting a challenge, you may play 1 skill that matches the color of the challenge you're attempting. So if you're attempting a green, you may play a green or white. White matches all 3. The skill card will add progress. If any ability text... Okay. Okay. So the lantern. This little guy right here. Your lantern begins the game face down. Cha-ching. It can be charged as a result of completing challenges, see the rewards section, or playing certain skill cards. If your lantern is charged, you may use it instead of playing a skill card as an action. It acts just like a skill card, may be boosted, but after you resolve it, you flip it back down instead of discarding it. So I'm assuming I'm going to discard my skill cards over here. Your lantern is an extremely powerful ability. What is mine? Adamant. It's white. Oh my god. So Adamant says it's 5 points on anything. After it's played, add 3 points to every other challenge. Okay, that is incredibly potent. I can see that now. Oh yeah, there's also, this is really funny, there's achievements. I'm not going to worry about them, but there's an achievement here for unlikely. Speed running, lose the game on the first turn. I'm assuming take 10 points of damage somehow on turn 1, which I don't even begin to know. Apparently, if I complete 3 fountains with all 3 fountains in play, I can get 1. And if I complete all 4 of the maze in one shot, which the maze literally says if completed, complete all other copies. Okay, step 2, boost the action. We'll play a skill card as an action. Okay, so let's start by playing a skill card. I am going to... See, I got Flicker. I got my Blood Vials. Got Tireless. Fearless. Okay, I'm going to attempt the Great Stag, and I'm going to play Fearless. I'm going to put it like right here on the Great Stag. So I've played a card. It is 3 red. And I'm going to need to be able to boost more. Taunt will actually do it. So I already know if I'm going to play a boost. Because Taunt will be +3 versus combat and add 2 shields. I'm guessing the shields are important. So let's see. So, if you play the skills in action, other Seekers have the option that I can boost by myself. Other Seekers may play 2 little boosts. In a game of 2 or more Seekers, you may not boost your own action. In a 1 Seeker game, you may boost your action twice, so I can always boost. So that way there's no way for me to fuck myself over. Ignore the ability text on cards that say boost. So we only care about the boost. So there's some that say like +3 versus traps, which would apply here. Mine specifically says +3 versus combat. It's red. It's actually a white boost, so I can use it anywhere. So, we boost. Okay. So, I add my boost. So there we go. We've got 3 from this, 3 from this. That's 6. That wins. I believe. But we'll see how this works. So now, if after the action card, if any, you don't have to play one, you have to roll the dice. So we roll the dicey. So we roll all 4. So let's see how this works. Okay. So a white result would add 1, because it counts for everything. A black result adds nothing, and I had a whole lot of nothing. I had 2 green and a blue. So I would have had 1 extra. Sorry for hitting my mic. I'm going to move it a little bit. I would have gotten 1 white, so that would count, bring me up to 7, and then nothing off the actual colors. Add the total progress earned this turn by your action boosts, and additional progress creates the total number of progress tokens on the challenge card. Okay, so I would literally come in here and add a 3, a 3, and a 1. Because we're doing it based on, the math, like the correct. Because I guess the progress sticks from the sound of it, and 1. So there's 7 points, because I have a white, 3 from here, and 3 from here. Ta-da! Okay. If you play the 2 value, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Including any leftover progress from previous turns is equal to or greater than the difficulty you completed it. You receive the reward, which is this little rewardy boy. Oh, wow. Okay. I can see why Khor is a tank. I'll explain in a second, but... You receive a challenge and return any progress to the supply and flip the card face down into a completed challenge pile, which will be over here. We do not add it back to the discard. So this is gone. Okay, so we're gonna take the card. We're gonna slide our little buddies down in there, and he goes face down over here in a minute. We'll flip him over. Completing a challenge when not attempting at some abilities and actions will allow you to add progress, like this one. The Seeker whose turn it is will get reward. Okay, so rewards. Refer to the back of this rulebook to learn about rewards. Okay. So my reward is delve downwards. Discard X cards from the top of the well face down. Okay, so I've just discarded the top 2 cards without looking. So I don't know what I'm missing. I have no idea what these are. That was my reward. They're right here on the back. Cool. So that's the reward, and this is my well discarded. These are my completed pile over here. So I did that. Is there a reward? Charge your lantern. Oh. So to charge my lantern is that one. So Crystal Caves, the green one, is charging my lantern. Okay, so I completed that. So now we discard any skill cards we played. So they go to my discard pile next to my skill deck. Okay. And then we draw new cards and exhaustion. Okay, so first, I remember we beat one, so I flipped this over. It's a hunting cat. It is a green combat with 3 drop. So, one thing I want to point out, and I want to show everybody what this with Taunt. So Taunt said, +3 versus combat, and +2 of these little shield icons. Khor says, whenever any Seeker, which includes himself, fails a challenge, I can reduce the number of damage points, which is this thing, or this thing, for 1 for each shield currently on any action or boost. So even if I had somehow failed to beat this, I had 2 shield points from Taunt, whether I'm using it as a boost or using it as Taunt, as an action. Meaning, it's very easy for me to just look at something like this doing 2 damage and giving it the middle finger and moving on with my life. When you attempt any other challenge, this challenge deals a point of damage to you. Okay, that's going to be annoying. I need to deal with that immediately. Will I be able to? Yes, I think I can. I think I can. Okay, so first, let's read how I refill my hand. Unlike other games, you do not draw new cards at the start of your turn. Instead, you may choose to exhaust yourself. In fact, if my hand is empty, I must exhaust myself. And I always draw a new hand of 8 cards. So draw a handful, and then you take your turn as normal. So you do not skip your turn when you exhaust yourself. So exhausted cards effects. These are the exhaust cards. There are 6 of them. Oh. Okay. So if I run out of cards here, I just shuffle my discard up and play. Okay. Okay. So the big thing here is the exhausted cards, these 6. There's only 6 of them. They all suck. Some of them can apparently cause me to lose the game. There is no way to get rid of them once I have them, unless I somehow have a effect that will remove it. So that's important. Just moving my stuff around here. Importantly, the only way I win is if I get to the bottom of the well, which is this. So the more challenges I complete, the more of these I discard off, the better. Now, if there is a penalty, and I'm going to see, I think it's on one of these. Crystal Caves has a penalty of this. That means that these go back on top. So the discarded ones go back on the top of the deck, or on the bottom. My choice, apparently. Oh no, bottom of the well deck. Okay. So, I need to get rid of this hunting cat. Because if I try to do anything, he's going to hurt me. So, what do I have? I have Aftershocks. After this action, choose another challenge. For every shield-based card I discard, add 2. Okay, so this is green. So that would be 3, 2. That's going to be my best, I think. Okay, we're going to try to do the cap. So, first, I'm going to choose my green card. Well, it's green and red. I'm going to play Aftershock. After this action, choose another challenge, and then for every shield I discard, I can add 2. So I guess if I discard cards from my hand, I can push 2 onto another challenge. I don't know what's the maze's negative. Discard cards. If I fail the maze, I actually discard cards from my hand. This is going to get very bad very quick. So I'm playing a little safe. I'm going to boost with Tireless. So I need any amount of green, and I succeed. And I got 1 green, 1 blue, 1 red, and a black, which is nothing. So I got a green. So that would put 7 onto that, which I know will succeed it. I down 3, so 1, 2, 3. These go to my discard pile. And I flip the top. And the hunting cat is dead now. I get Forgotten Calls. Okay, another green one. I don't have a lot of green without relying on this. Thankfully, progress counts. So I don't want to discard. I would love to charge my lantern. And Crystal Caves is a green. But if I fail it, I go back up. My best card is a blue with 4, Pierce Defense. But if I play this, I can't roll. Which is real bad. So unless I have 7, which I don't, best I got for blue is I can get to 5 with a shield, which is not going to help me there. So, what do I do here? Flicker is 2. Oh, ignore any damage I take. Okay. That's a red and a blue with ignore damage. But my only blue is here. So I'm stuck on greens? I'm stuck on greens. I'm going to have to take something. Whether it's damage. So I don't want to exhaust. You do not draw new cards. I may choose to exhaust to discard the remaining cards in my hand. And then draw the top, and then draw a new hand of 8. So I could either exhaust myself, which I really don't want to do. I'm going to put my draw pile a little further up. Because I'm going to put my exhausted stuff down here. Okay, so I'm stuck with a bunch of green and blue. I'm going to have to take something. Well, if I do Pierce Defense, then I'm going to have to discard. Right, so let's say I Pierce Defense. Like that's 4. The only other blue I can get is 1, but I'd rather do that, discard my hand and exhaust, because then I put 5 points on the base. Okay, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna Pierce Defense, which doesn't let me roll. I'm gonna Flicker on top of it, so that gets 6 points out of its 7. But this is going to hurt. There's 6 points out of its 7. These go to my discard. I'm going to fail the challenge. So I pay the penalty of discarding 2. Nothing gets replaced. And now I go back to the start of my turn. I can't draw. So I am now exhausted, consumed. If there are ever 3 copies of this card in play at once, you lose. Okay, that's fine. If there are ever 3 copies of consumed in place, I lose. That's fine. I get 8 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 2 cards left in my deck. So this is going to get shuffled in after. Alright, so I'll put consumed here. And now we can look. I got Patience, Heart of Kinfire, Wow. Okay. I can take a point of damage to. Is that? Okay. So, the book says it's really hard to get rid of exhaustion. Part of Kinfire. After this action, I may suffer a point of damage, which cannot be prevented, to either charge my lantern or get rid of exhaustion. I picked the right thing for this. Oh boy. Okay, well, we're not using that right now. Do I have anything blue? Do I have any blue? I would like to get rid of the blue boy. Am I full of... Okay, I do have blue. I have it. Oh, Jesus. Before attempting a challenge, suffer... Oh, that one's horrible. So this one is blue and green. And if I use it, before attempting the challenge, suffer it. Suffer the thing. So I want to double check how shields actually work. Oh. You suffer the penalty as though you had failed it. So as though I failed it says I failed. So I would probably say I get to shield it. Because this would basically... I don't know. So, because this says, whenever I fail a challenge, I can reduce the damage. This says, before attempting the challenge, suffer its penalty as though I had failed it. So technically I'm not failing it. I don't really know. That's kind of unclear. Actually. And it doesn't really tell me in the book, because that's, it's a unique mechanic to Khor. So that's my only blue. No, I have fresh eyes. Okay. If attempting a puzzle, the maze is a puzzle. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm just gonna play fresh eyes because I want to finish the maze. I get to roll regardless. It's gonna add 3 though, so that's gonna max it out. I would get a blue, and it says any white rolled, which is this, counts as 2, or counts as an extra +2. So I would actually have 3, 4, 7 on top of that. Okay, we completed the maze. So the maze, one of the mazes, goes out. Fresh eyes into my discard, and now we replace. What was that? I think it was 2. Or was it 3 cards? 2 cards. 2 cards from the top. So we delve 2 more points down. And then we replace. With a Guardian Beast. Oh, he's worth 4. Oh, I have to get rid of him. I really want to do Crystal Caves, but I'm afraid... Like, do I have enough to do Crystal Caves? Like, except the blow would hurt. Like, I won't... Like, Crystal Caves doesn't do damage. So if I do accept the blow on Crystal Caves, and then I just... Oh. Like, I really want to charge my lantern, because it would just make things good. But this deals a point of damage. And it's worth 4. And if I can do the crystal, but I don't want to use this on the crystal. Because if I do, I immediately go back up 2 just to charge my lantern. Which I'm not sure I want to do. I mean, I would draw 2 cards because that's just how it works. Do I even have enough red to deal with the red one? Because it's 3 points of damage. Do I have enough shields to eat the red one? Because it's 3 points. And, oh, okay, I can crush. So crush is 1, +5 if I discard a shield. And then that would give me a +4, so that would be 5. I would need 3. And the best I can get is 2? Oh. Interesting. Okay. What are my shield boys? Discard at the start of any turn to discard a challenge. But that's discard a challenge, not complete a challenge. That is different. You know what? This is rough. So I'm going to rule that this applies anytime I fail a challenge. So if I do 6, that would be 6 to this, or 6 to Forgotten, and then 7, 8. All right, we're going to accept the blow to Forgotten Falls. So I immediately take 2, but I'm going to say the shield does apply because it's as if I failed. So I'm going to go to 9 hit points because I would take 1. That's 6, and then I'm going to also boost with Riposte. Or actually, I'm going to discard Riposte. So discard when a challenge deals damage to a Seeker to add 2 to the challenge. So, and then I draw a card. So I'm going to discard Riposte, not boost. So I draw. I still take the damage. I get incredible strength, so I can still boost. I can still boost. If I boost with this, I win. I will boost with incredible strength. So incredible strength is +3 versus obstacles on the boost. So it's 9 plus 3 is 9. Let's just see if I would have gotten any greenies. 1 greenie and the white, so easily. So I took the damage to get rid of it, and we delve 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Down we go further. That's now over here, and I get a red, which means whenever another red challenge enters play, I suffer a point of damage. So I'm at 8 now. I need to get rid of him. Like, immediately, but I don't think I can. I'm going to have to suffer the 3 points of damage. I'm gonna have to suffer damage because of that. Well, no. If I can complete Crystal Caves. All my points are so low, though. I can boost twice. I have to remember I can boost twice in a turn. So, like, let's see. So that would be 2 with a shield. This would be, like, another 2. That's 4. This is another 2. That's 6. I can get to 8. Or I can do Crush, which is +4, so it would be 5. I need 3 left. I would have to discard Heartfire to do this. And then I need 3 on red, which would keep Patience and Kindness in my hand. Okay, we're going to have to do that. So I'm going to play Crush on the Guardian. So it's 5 if I discard a shield. So I'm discarding my heart. Sadness. Boost once with this. That's 5. 6, 7. I can boost with this if I want, but I'm going to try my luck on the roll. So that's 7 points. Rolling. And I didn't get it. Ow. I'm going to take 2 more points of damage. I'm at 6. These get discarded, but he does get 7 counters on him. Ow. That is rough. That was a rough moment. So I get 7 progress counters. You know, it's my first game. I don't expect to win, but we'll see how far I can get. Usually I'm pretty good with these. Okay. I mean, I can kill it. So I'm just going to kill it. So I'm going to play Kindness for my action. After I play this action, choose a Seeker, myself to draw 2. I only have 1 card left, so I draw that. This gets shuffled, and I draw a new one. So I got Guarded Strike. Oh, wow. Okay, that would have been nice. If you can't read it, Guarded Strike says after this action, draw 2. It's blue. I don't have any blue, though. It is purely blue. So that is a problem. But I'm about to beat up this because it's 7 and it's +2. And I'm the only Seeker, so automatically I'm the one who draws my 2 cards. So I drew 1. So you guys see what I'm doing. And I get flickers again. Okay, that's actually a good one. So I'm only going to play that. I get to roll, but not that it matters. I'm getting 2 more on an 8. I would get 1 from the white, so I do beat this. Okay, that's 6. Oof. Oof, duh. I go down 4, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. My discard pile is getting quite large. my well discard is getting quite deep, and this goes over here, and I am at 6 with my 1 exhaustion. Kindness would then be discarded. Doesn't get shuffled in yet. And I get a Deadly Rose. That is going to suck. I don't think I can complete any of them. I'm going to have to suffer something, because it is literally impossible for me to complete any of them. Maybe. I have a chance at Crystal. So. Because if I roll good on these, if I roll enough green/white on these, I'll complete it. So we're going to try Crystal. I'm going to play Flickers on Crystal. If I fail, I'm just going back up 2. So that's not a huge deal. And I'm going to use Patience. So that's 3. Is that the best I want to do? I can only get up to 3 and I need 4. My other option is the blue, but literally I can't use the blue. Actually, I'm going to start with Patience, and then I'm going to boost with Flickers. And the reason for that is Patience says, after this action, unless my hand is empty, which it's not, it has Guard Strike, I get to return this card to my hand. So I'm probably going to fail this unless I roll 4. Unless I roll a perfect roll, which I don't. I get 1 extra green. Or no, that's a blue. So I get nothing. I get 3 points out of 7. I failed, but this is not a damaging failure, which means 2 of these go back on top. So I've lost a little bit of progress. I think I'm going to beat on Crystal Caves for a minute. I have 1 card left. I can't do anything with it. Like, literally, it's blue. I can't. So I'm going to have to take an exhaustion to discard that and refill my hand. I have another Consumed. Oh, God. Okay, so we discard that. We refill my hand with 8. 8 fresh cards. Oh, boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so got my Heart of Kinfire. I would really like that. I got Accept the Blue back. God dang it. It is green, though, so I could very easily finish Crystal Caves. It's green-blue. I want to save that. Tireless, Earthblood, my Shard Whiff, which is perfectly fine. Fresh Eyes, which is against puzzles. Crystal Caves is not a puzzle. Crush and Riposte. So I want to finish Crystal. To finish Crystal, I need... And I really want to charge my Lantern. So, I'm going to start with Heart of Kinfire. That is 2 points. So I'm at 5. I need 2 more points. I need 2 more greenies. And I do, in fact, have 2 more greenies. So I'll boost with Tireless. So that's 2, 4, plus 3 is 7. We'll roll just to see if I go higher than 7. It's a good thing I didn't. I only got 1 extra, which was my white. Everything else was bad. So I am going to complete Crystal. Completing Crystal charges my Lantern. Adamant. I really wanted Adamant. So Crystal goes here, and that's all that did. It doesn't go down anywhere. And I'm getting, oh god, the 3 fountains. Okay. Oh yeah. So I beat it. I am going to suffer damage from Heart of Kinfire. So I'm at 5, because I want to discard a Consumed. And let me see actually, does Exhaustion go back? Exhausted card. While exhausted, once exhausted card is in play, remains in play, let's discard it. Shuffled back into the exhausted deck. Oh god. Okay. Well, there's another Consumed right on the bottom then. I'm not shuffling. I'm just going to put it on the bottom. Okay, so now I have Adamant, but I'm at 5 hit points. Now, Adamant is 5 points. I do have a trap. Do I have anything? Now, this is not a boostable. This is a straight, like, boosty boy. This is like, I'm going to go in and go hard. I can't get 11, I don't think, offhandedly. And the Marionette's red. So I can get 5, 6. I can get 7 on red. Which would put 3 on each of these. Which puts them much more manageable. I still wouldn't want to play fucking Accept or Below on me. I'm attempting a puzzle. I don't have puzzles. I have 2 combats, 2 frames. But I am going to have to use that. Like, okay. How much do I want to bank on rolling? Because this is really potent. Failing it's not the worst. Okay. I'm going to use my Lantern, Adamant, on Deadly Rose. I'm going to boost with Riposte, which is 2 more points, so I'm at 7 out of 9. And I'm going to use... I'm going to use Earth Blood Vial, which is another 1, so that's 5. 6, 7, 8. That's the best I can do. I've got 8 points against this. I need to roll a white or a red. I got a red. That's all that matters. Okay, so Deadly Rose is going to die. My boy goes back to Sleepies. These get discarded. Okay, I'm getting the hang of this. This is actually really interesting. So I get rid of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to put them down in the correct order. That. You go over here, and we're replacing it. God help me. An obstacle. What on earth is that reward? Oh, it has multiple. If completed, down 3 and charge. Oh my goodness. I would love to do that right now. I don't care about the... Oh, and everything else got 3. All the other ones got a 3 burger. Gotta remember that. My Lantern is powerful. I finally got my Lantern going. I definitely want to make sure everything's got their 3. Okay. I've got my little rule book. Okay. So that is a green. I can accept the blow. Because accept the blow has a shield. And I can reduce it. So that's 6. It's not a puzzle. I can get up to 8. I really want to complete it. Okay, we're going to accept the blow. And I will, again, rule that since I'm failing the challenge, and this fails the penalty, I get my block. I don't know if that's being played right, but I'm playing it that way. And I'm going to do my 2 boosts. So Shard Whip, Fresh Eyes, they both can boost green. So that's another 2, so I'm at 8. Oh, I need 2 greens. Come on. A white and a green. Yes! 10 points. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. So, Adamant gets charged. I go down 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at this. We're getting there. All these go away, and this goes away. I'd love it if I get something. Okay. Masterpiece. All I have is Crush. I think I'm going to have to exhaust again. Because I literally can't win with Crush. And I don't want to take the damage. So we're going to exhaust. Let's see what I get. I got another consumed. Good thing I got rid of the other consumed from taking a point of damage. I get 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since we discarded, that does actually go back in. I get 2 more after this. So I'm just trying to shuffle devil. It's not easy shuffling a small amount of cards, to be honest. Like, I'm at 5 hit points, so I'm not doing terribly bad. So, I'm rolling for this challenge. Oh. Okay. Like, I really need to get 8 and knock out the fountains. That's what I need to do. Okay, and then 2 more. Don't know what they are. Alright, so what 8 do I have? I've got my taunt back. Hell yeah. Aftershock. Fearless. I got a incredible strength, which is good against obstacles, which I don't have now. Why do you do that? Pierce defense. Kindness. Pierce defense is the don't roll one. So, and it's only playable against blue by default. I can use Adamant, though. So if I Adamant here, that's 5. I would need 3 more points. Do I have 3? Best I can do is Aftershock, which is 2. But Aftershock would be beneficial if I played it as a straight card, because it would be 3. And then I wouldn't be able to. I don't think I have much in the way of shields. I have Tireless, which is okay. Tireless is green. Aftershock is green. The question is, do I run the risk of rolling? Because right now, if I challenge a fountains and fail, I take 1 for each fountain. So I take 2. If I challenge the fountains and pass, I'm going to triple this reward. So that means I'm going to, because there's one other, I'm going to triple this. And I'm going to go down 9 cards, which is huge. And I absolutely can guarantee that I can beat it. Because this is 5. It's at 8. This is 5. I can get 2 here. And I can get 1 off of kindness, which is fine. So you know what? We're going to do that. We're going to Adamant. We're going to discard kindness for a boost, which is 1. So that's 6, 7, 8. And there's only 8 points remaining. So we roll just in case. I would have succeeded right there without using kindness. That's fine. Adamant goes back to sleep. We get rid of those. Now I'm going to delve 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. This is rough. I'm at 9. Okay. Also, this goes back. This goes here. And now we replace. What am I getting? I got Beloved Voice. So it's a trap. It failed to remove 1 progress from each other challenge. Okay. It is a blue. I can do 4, but I can't roll at that point. That's obstacles. That's combat. Do I have anything to deal with trade? Oh, I can use Fearless. Actually, you know what? We're going to do something a little spicy. I'm going to play Fearless. I'm going to play Fearless on the Marionette. So Fearless says, if I fail a combat, ignore the penalty. It's 3 points, and I only need to roll one thing to succeed at Marionette. So I only need to roll a ready or a white. And as long as I get a red or a white, I succeed. I didn't get any. So I add 3 more points to Marionette, but I don't fail. Or rather, I ignore failure. If you fail in combat, which I did, ignore the failure. So that's what I'm doing. That's actually really handy, because now I can just do that one any way I damn well please. The problem is this guy. Because the best I can do is I can get 4 on it. I can taunt over here. So if I play Tireless, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can get to 7. Okay, we're going to do that. Actually, I want to play Tireless last. Okay. I absolutely want to play Tireless last. Because I just realized, so if Tireless is the last card in my hand, if played as the last card, draw a full hand without losing anything. So, I don't mind taking a point here. I can do that, but I won't take a point if I use taunt. So if I do these 2, and then this, and then I pierce defense here. Okay, we're going to do this the smart way. I'm going to play Vengeance of Stone here, and I'm going to taunt as a boost. And the reason I'm doing it that way, and actually I'm going to pierce defensive boost. So the reason I'm doing that, let me explain. So this is going to be 2 points. This is going to be 4, so +1 +3 is 4, +2 shields, ignoring all the damage this thing could do. So now I'm doing 6. This brings stuff to 7. So I'm going to hit 7 on this guy with everything I could do. And then we're going to roll and see if we can get it. So right now I'm sitting at... Where's another 3 in the box? I do it by feel, because the 3s are real big, but there's the 3. So right now I'm looking at 7. It is possible for me to clear this with Vengeance, Taunt, and Pierce. I'm not going to take any damage if I don't. That was the important part, because I'm using my shield. I drew 1 more red. That was a red. These were, whatever they were, in a black. So I've actually hit 8 out of 9, which is great. Oh, blacks are actually worth -1. Okay, so I actually subtract the red. So I just get these. This. Normally I would take a point for failing, but Taunt says no I don't because of my Seeker ability. So these go in. Now, all I have left in my hand is Incredible Strength and Tireless. Now, Incredible Strength beats this. And Tireless, I don't want to play yet because I have a plan. So I'm going to play Incredible Strength here, which by itself wins. However, I do have to roll because I could get a -1. I get +2. So I get 2 here, which is 9, 10, 11. Okay, so I beat the Masterpiece. So I go down 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is intense. I'm actually not doing too bad. Taking some damage, though. This goes here. Incredible Strength goes here. We replace. And I get the Filigree Clock. The reward is to draw 3 cards. And if completed... Oh, this is beautiful. I will absolutely fight this one. And you might be saying, why? So the only penalty is putting cards back. But if I complete it, I get this or one of these removed. And I get to draw cards for free. So first, last card I'm playing, Tireless against Marionette. which will complete Marionette. Thank God. So that's 2 more points down. Marionette goes. I get a new well card, which is Prison Mirror. Oh, there's no negative to that one, though? Okay. Oh, I see why. Okay, so this goes in my discard, and now I draw a full hand of 8 without getting exhausted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tireless is incredibly important. I need to remember Tireless. That is a powerful card. So I have 2 that I want to finish. 1, I have to do in 1 shot. And then 1, I can take my time, because it's just putting a little bit back, but I can ditch an exhaustion or charge my lantern. Okay, so what do I get? Guarded Strike, my Heart of Kinfire. That's beautiful. Crush, which is really useful for the Prison Mirror. Riposte, which is useful for the Prison Mirror. Okay. I do have Guarded Strike, too. The Guarded Strike is blue, so that would go here. I've got Accept the Blow again. Actually, Accept the Blow is great on a green, because I could play Accept the Blow there and nearly complete it in 1 shot. The Liquors is powerful, too. So, right now, the only thing that can hurt me is Fountains. Nothing else can hurt me. At all. If I focus on completing Beloved Voice, the only thing I'm going to negative here is the 3 Fountains, because if I don't complete it, I just go back 1, and this goes down 1. But, so that's... I can complete Beloved Voice, like right now. Okay, let's think. Let's sit here and think for a minute, because my goal is to deplete this deck. All my options except for 3 Fountains hurt me. 3 Fountains I can get around with if I play the Accept the Blow, which will put me at 9, and I just need 2 more green, which, surprisingly, I have in Riposte. And in fact... Okay. I know how to do this. So Riposte is fun. It says discard when the challenge deals damage to a Seeker to add 2 to the progress of the challenge. Then draw a card. So if I play this, it triggers the damage. The damage comes through, I discard Riposte, which puts me at 2 more points on this, plus 6. So that's 8. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I win. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to Accept the Blow on the 3 Fountains. When it tries to deal me a point because I fail it, I'm going to discard Riposte, which will put 2 more progress points on it. So we're at 6, plus 5. I draw a card because of Riposte's ability, and I get Fresh Eyes, which is good against puzzles, which is the clock over here, which is amazing, actually, because then I can get plus 4 to my clock. Okay, so we did Accept the Blow. We beat the 3 Fountains, which discards another 3. Oh, we're getting there. 1. Oh my goodness gracious. 2. Am I going to get near the end of this? 3. There is a single card, which is now there. So, unless I put things back, I'm going to, in a minute, trigger the finale, which I'm not sure how that works. Obviously, that's assuming I've been playing it right. If you've played Vainglory's Grotto, you know whether or not. Oh, I missed this. When attempting a challenge, it gains +1 difficulty for each other challenge with the same name. So that would have made the first 3 Fountains harder, but I beat it, and that's the only time I've had 2 of the same name. Was when I had 2 3 Fountains, but I beat it by getting like 12 points. So, gotta remember that though. So, multiples of things. Okay. Yeah. You guys can double check it. Okay, so I need to kill the cat. The cat is 7. And it's green. Do I have enough to kill 7 on a green? So I can do Shark Whip. But I really want this charged. But if I try anything, I'm going to take a point of damage. So I kind of need to kill the cat. So what happens here? The Well Master. I have not gotten anything that attaches to the Master, so that's nice. Reaching the bottom. If at any point you need to draw a well card and you can't, you reach the bottom. All that's left is to confront the Well Master, win or lose. Remove the remaining well cards, discarding any progress, flip, and then retrieve the 4 gauntlet cards and place each one adjacent. Okay. So I need to keep my health. So I guess we're going to try the Hunting Cat, which is combat. But I think... Can I do this? Let me see. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Would I complete it? This is 3. 4, 5, 6, 7 if I discard these. Like, I can hit... Oh, okay. Okay, I know how to beat this. So we're going to do Shard Whip, discard 2 of these, which gives it another +4, so it's 7. That's all I'm going to do. I would roll. I'm doing the Hunting Cat. I would get a bunch of reds, which would do literally nothing, but I kill the cat. So the cat dies. I cannot do anything for the well. So now we trigger the end game. We've reached the bottom of the well in my first attempt. God help me. So the first thing that happens, all this stuff is gone. Everything is gone. The well is gone. The well deck is well and truly defeated. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, step 1, we flip this Vainglory. We have Dreadweaver. Okay, so we have Dreadweaver. We have nothing attached to Vainglory. I never drew anything that said attach cards. So, we get to put these around Vainglory. So, we have a whole lot. Now, I cannot hurt the Dreadweaver without declaring all of the cards. Or rather, each time I clear one of these, I make Vainglory here vulnerable. So in order to defeat the Well Master and win the game, you must complete the challenge on the Master card. Ta-da, 21. It's invulnerable as long as the 4 gauntlet cards are faced up. When a gauntlet card is completed, it's flipped. Flipping it reveals one of the Master vulnerabilities. Once the Master is vulnerable, it may be attempted using that color. Should the Master become vulnerable to more than one color, you must decide which of those colors before your turn. Okay. Okay. So, I need to beat these. Each one I beat will reveal something. I can discard these. If you notice, there was one of my cards that said very clearly, at the start of my turn, I can discard it to discard a challenge. I can do that to these. Importantly, if I discard a challenge, I take a point. If I discard a challenge, I take 2 points. If failed, I discard a card at random. And then they all have the same reward of flip. So it's really a matter of how am I doing this. So I have a combat, 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 combat. I have, what is this? Blue, blue, green, red. You are 10. Can I can easily stop the damage. Like, the damage is not a problem. I'm at 5. He only does 1, he does 2. I have shields in my hand, and I have things that I can do to block the 1 point. So I can do 3. I can do 4 with a block. I can do 5. And then I just roll and do what I can. If failed, discard a card at random. I only have 1. At this action, I can suffer damage to removing something. Okay. Okay. So I know what I have to do, but it sucks. Okay. So we're actually going to attempt combat brace. And here's what I'm going to do. So start of Kinfire. I'm going to take a point. I don't want to take a point, but I'm going to. Because I need to get rid of the exhaustion, because I'm going to have to redraw. That's 2 on Grace. I am going, because I'm going to fail this, but this is a point. I'm going to play Flickers as a boost. So that's a 3rd point and another shield. So I'm at enough shield, I'm not going to take any more damage. And I'm going to put 4 on Grace. Now, I do get to roll. And I do get a gold. So I'm doing 2, 3, 4 points to Grace. Thankfully, nothing happens until this does not affect me until I get there. So, okay. So those go. Now, I've got these. I don't want to use them, but I can. And I do need to use them. So I'm going to play Guarded Strike on Spider Legs. Now, after this action, I'll be drawing 2 cards. So I draw my 1 card, and I get to shuffle. I play the action first. So after the action, I'm playing it, I get to draw 2. I drew Patience, which is a white 1-point boost. I'm not going to take any damage from Spider Legs, thank God. That is not mine. That is them. I don't know how that got in there. I actually genuinely don't know how that card got into my hand. Let's see if I can shuffle these. I gotta do it over my leg, so y'all aren't gonna see me shuffle. I wonder if the idea of placing those 4 particular things for your first game is to help you, like, get this far, but it probably helps that I play a lot of card games. And card games, I understand. And my 3rd card, I got Taunt. That's actually really useful right now. So I can play 3. I'm not going to take any damage. I can't do any more to Grace. So I'm going to have to exhaust it in a minute. So, I know I'm going to exhaust. Oh, it's white. It's +3 versus combat. I will actually use Taunt. So Taunt adds another 4 points versus combat. So I'm getting 7 right now. I can get 1 more. I'm going to get 8. Yes. I'm going to get 8. 8 on Spider Legs. Currently. Now we roll. It's possible I can kill the Spider Legs. I do get in blue, and I do... Oh my god, I did it. Yes. Okay. Spider Legs is defeated. Vainglory is now vulnerable to blue. That is important, because I have the blue card. Now, the important part, right now, if I try to do anything to Vainglory, is if I attempt it, and I roll this die and get one of these, I take an exhaustion. So, I'm going to take the exhaustion now, discarding my fresh eyes to get 8 cards. I got Vainglory's Web. Oh. Refill the board with 1 fewer challenge cards. This does not affect the final gauntlet. That's where I'm at. So, literally, nothing happens. That's actually really useful for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This would actually be interesting. Because that means I only get 3 challenges instead of 4. Okay. So we got an incredible strength, which is green-red. The obstacle part doesn't help me whatsoever. We got accept the blow, which is our big daddy thing, but I do not want to do that on her, because it will immediately trigger the fail. Although it could really hurt her too. We got flickers again and Heart of Kinfire. Okay. Heart of Kinfire would be really nice. Can I beat something with Heart of Kinfire? Because that's 2. Blocking 1. That's another 2. That's another 1. That's 2. But I want to play Tireless last. I always want to play Tireless last. So if I do that, that's 1, 2 with a shield. That's 3 with a shield. 4, 5. Put me at 9. Like, I'm trying to get rid of all of these, but I also want to use Heart of Kinfire, specifically. Okay, so I'm going to start with Heart of Kinfire, taking my point. So I'm at 3. Health is a resource. If you've never played a game like this, health is a resource. I'm going to use that to charge Adamant, because add 3 to the other 2 idiots. And then Vengeance, and this is 1, 2, and another 1, plus 2 shields, ignores the damage if I were to fail, which I won't. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 4 is 9. We roll just for funsies. I would have gotten 3 reds. Jesus Christ. Okay. So I'm at 3. She doesn't do any damage. I don't actually care what my health is, because Vainglory does not do damage to me. She just hurts me in other ways. Vainglory is now vulnerable to red. Okay. So I have to pick what color I want to attack her with. So if I did green, I could do quite a bit. Like, I need to put damage on her. Oh. I really don't like the handmaids. I just saw what the handmaids do. I really don't like the handmaids. I could do beauty, but I really need to get the handmaids. The handmaids is blue. So if I do 6, 7, 8, and this is a plus a shield. 7, 8, 9. I can get 9 points on the handmaids with the right setup. Keeping Tireless in my hand. Let's do it. Alright, Adamant. With discarding these as boosts, which add shields, so I can't take the damage if I fail. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 and 13. I cannot pass, but I do add another point of blue. So I add a total of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of blue to a 13-point card. I would take 2 damage, but I have 2 shields, so I ignore the damage. Aha! Playing the tank is the smart role in this particular when you're playing solo. Okay, so that's blue. Do I have anything I can target blue with? I do not. I can only target green, and I really... Oh. I just put Adamant over here. Get back over here, buddy. I don't really want to... So anytime I would place 5 points on her, it goes here, which would kill it, actually. 5 points would kill it. 4 points will kill this. So if I choose attacking with green, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can put 6, which would immediately kill handmaids. We're going to have to do it. So I'm going to Shard Whip. We're going to choose green. I'm attacking with green. So we're Shard Whipping. We're going to Incredible Strength it. And we're going to play Tireless, which I'm playing it as the last card in my hand. Actually, no, we're not going to play Tireless. But I have to play Tireless. There's no other way to do it. It's only red. Yeah. So I will play Tireless. Now I'm playing Tireless last. It is played from my hand last, so I'm going to get a whole new hand. But the important problem is how much... Okay, I did not roll any green, but I didn't roll the negative. So I don't get that. I would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which will immediately transfer here, destroying the handmaids. So the handmaids are gone. The handmaids do not provide any vulnerability. Cool. Okay. But the important part is now I can go after her. But I also played Tireless last, because it doesn't say, like, boosting or not. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we roll this. We shuffle, shuffles. Oh, I like this game. I like this game. I want to see the other. We're going to have to play this again on the channel. I'm going to play the other hero and see how well I do. But I am definitely vibing with the tank. Obviously, if I've made mistakes, leave comments. Let me know. But I'm playing the way I interpret the rules, which is some of the fun of solo gaming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. Okay, we got Kindness, so I can draw more cards. Definitely want to do that. Aftershock doesn't help me, unless I just want to kill Beauty. I can only do... Oh, I couldn't have done green. I would have done blue, and it would have been actually more. So, mistake. It's fine. It actually would have been more. But that's, we make mistakes. So I can do blues, and I can do... Can't do greens, but I can kill that thing up there, probably. So if I do Kindness, that's 2, 4, 5 with a shield. Okay. We're going to play these 3. Kindness is being played, so I'm going to draw 2. 1, 2. And then I'm boosting Aftershock and Fearless. I got my Heart of Kinfire and Accept the Blow again. Okay, so this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 9. But there's a shield, so I can't take any damage. So that was a mistake I made. Oh, shit. 2 more green? Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 points out of 9. Okay. The fun of solo gaming is just recognize that you made a mistake and don't try to backtrack it. Just be like, okay, I learned from my mistakes. So there's 2 more points to that. I'm pretty sure I can do that right now, actually. So we're going to Heart of Kinfire, and I'm going to take a point for Adamant, because it's the last thing I can possibly take damage from at this point. So 2. So my Heart of Kinfire, 2 points to that, kills that off. Literally impossible to fail, and now I can attack Vainglory with anything I want. Now the question is, the biggest hit I could do is Accept the Blow. I can also Pierce, which doesn't let me roll. Can't, don't roll this turn. That's important, because that's 4 points and unable to roll. Okay, we're going to do blue. So we're going to do that. What is the biggest blue boost I can do? I'm going to do a boost here. So that's 4, 5, 6. Another blue. 7, 8. We're going to do 8 points to Vainglory without rolling, which is incredibly useful when you're like, I cannot afford to have Vainglory hitting me with, exhaustion. So there's 8 points. Okay, do I have any way to draw cards? I have a blue, and a white. I'm gonna have to suffer exhaustion no matter what I do. Alright, we're gonna start with Fresh Eyes with blue. Or am I? No, we're going to choose blue. I'm going to start with Earth Vial. That's 2 blue. 3, 4. And I have to roll. And this could absolutely end me. And I get an exhaustion. And no blues. So I get Vainglory Symphony. Each time you fail a challenge, add a progress. If there are ever 4 progress, you lose. Okay. Okay. That's actually fine. So every time I fail this, I'm going to get a little hurt. So I failed. I did my fail roll. But I did add 1, 2, 3, 4 more points to it. So that's 12 total. I don't know if I've got enough to make it through this, to be honest. Now that doesn't happen now. So now we have to exhaust. So these go in the discard. We get to gain another exhaustion card. Another web. So if I was adding challenges, I would add even less. Okay. That's fine. And I have to go up to 8 again. I also have adamant still, which is very helpful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Exactly in the deck. So we have Shard Whip. We have Tireless. That's definitely the literal last thing I'm playing. Taunt, Guard Strike, Crush. She's a combat. Do I have anything at combat? Okay, so I have a bunch of stuff that I need to figure out what I want to do here. So let's pick something. Let's pick the most. Vengeance of Stone, I can't use. So we're going to add it. That's 5. Doesn't matter what color I pick. I'm just looking at my boosts. I got a couple whites. I got some red. Taunt is good. It's a white one. Okay, we're going to add it. We're going to taunt, which will be another 4. So that's 9. Wait, 3, 6, 9, 12. Plus 9 is 21. I win. But just to be sure, just in case someone wants to call me about this, that's 5, that's 6. We're doing 6. We're going to choose red. 6, 7, 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8 is 20. Just to be fair, that's 20 points. Reds. White. I win! I did it! I did enough! Holy shit! My first game, and I won. I might have been a point lower with some of the things, but yeah, okay. Alright, so that is Kinfire Delve, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to give you my thoughts on the game right now, rather than making a second video. Because I don't really think traditional reviews like that are worth it to me. So as I sit here cleaning up, I will do this. I really like this game, actually. This is a lot of fun. I want to try the other character now. See how well they are, honestly. Because this was a ton of fun. I'm not even going to look at the other 2 Vainglories, because what I'll do is I'll put Dreadweaver on top, like that. So that way, I know, who's this. So next time, I'm going to try out Asha of Brillbrook, who's an opportunist. And it says, whenever you attempt a challenge with at least 1 progress on it, you may add additional. And Eclipse is, after this action, you may discard up to 2 other actions. So she's going to be very different than him. He's very, very straightforward to me. She is not. So it's going to be very interesting doing that. But I genuinely really enjoy this. I want to see the other sets now. Like, how are they set up? So, yeah, we're going to stack all this up. So are there exactly 3 consumed in here? Yes. Yes, there are. There are exactly 3 consumed, so if you get all 3 of those, you're boned. Okay, and then we'll put the Vainglories on top of this stack. There are 2 more, and one of those will be the one I do next. So, clearly, it's supposed to go like this. Like this, or like this. Because if I do, if I'm correct, if I do it like that, or if I do it like that, I can kind of sit it on top, and then we can pull this out to pull the X out, which is what I think it's intended for. That's how I'm going to use it. Because now I can do that, and then the well deck is all by itself. Then it goes over on the other side, like that, and I can just sit that on top. Like that. I ended with 2 hit points remaining. But, yeah, that was Kinfire Delve, Vainglory's Grotto. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know when I will get to another run of this, but I will absolutely be doing that because I very much enjoy it. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you had a good time, and until next time.